Me as an individual who is a US citizen, I feel like just 'cause based on look like where I could be jamming out, they're gonna pull me over.
Richard is a Mexican-American young man worried about ICE raids, since his Latino appearance puts him at risk.
Hemos visto que en redadas se han llevado a personas que son ciudadanas o residentes legales permanentes, así que esto básicamente lo que va es ampliar ese temor que tiene la comunidad latina de llevar a cabo sus actividades cotidianas como ir al supermercado, ir al trabajo, ir a las escuelas, ir a la universidad.
The Supreme Court allowed Trump to resume using roving patrols under racial profiling. This means immigration agents can stop and ask people for papers based solely on their appearance, language, or job. And although judges in Los Angeles and a federal court had blocked this practice, it is temporarily back in effect.
Definitivamente la controversia sigue viva en el noveno circuito para determinar si estas redadas se pueden seguir llevando a cabo de esta manera. Pero definitivamente ya el juez Kavanaugh nos dio a entender que si hay varios elementos para llevar a cabo estas redadas, pues van a ser válidas ante la ley.
I feel like now racism is just being more open. And then there's certain times where I'm like, I go to certain areas and then I feel like they just look at me or they just discriminate based on my appearance.
For Richard and his family, talking about this issue is a way to educate themselves about the situation, since, like many Latino families, that uncertainty also affects them.
If it wasn't for my sister informing us, because even though my parents are, you know what I mean, they have work permits in the residence, it's kind of how they could just like, be taken away just because based on the ethnicity, how they look or how they talk to. I feel like it's really good that if people in the family talk about these things. My family, some family, they have the right documentation and some of them don't. And then like I said, I fear for the ones who don't have the right documentation, you know what I mean? Because if something happens to them, they're gonna have to go back to somewhere, it's a whole different life. And then people don't understand like how that lifestyle is.
What's your view on detaining people just for how they look?